straight into, is it quite common for dogs to present with lameness, chronic pain, people to assume that it's going to be something more mainstream like arthritis and them to be actually neoplastic? Is it quite a common thing?
It's definitely common for the assumption to be made that it's arthritis. And I think the simple reason for that is because arthritis is common, I guess. And the age at which these things tend to occur tends to be an age that you associate with arthritis as well. So I think it's a reasonable assumption. But what people really need are they need to recognise when that assumption has become flawed. So I would actually criticise a vet who radiographed every single patient that came in with 24, 48 hours of lameness, if that was a moderate lameness, if it could easily be an arthritis kind of problem. But if that lameness persists, despite the interventions that would normally work for a low-grade injury or for an arthritis problem, or if that lameness is more severe, so we know what arthritis looks like, we know what a sprain looks like, and if it seems extreme for the history, then I think we should be thinking this is different. So we have to act on that gut instinct that says, I gave this treatment for a week and I was expecting it to make a massive difference and it hasn't. That's a red flag. Or to say that the owner is telling me that this dog went on a walk, I don't know how many times I hear, and they put their foot in a rabbit hole.
Yes.
So we've got this vision of a greyhound tearing across a field 250 meters in the distance, and it suddenly goes lame, and the owner sees them dropping their shoulder and they think he's put his foot in a rabbit hole, but they didn't see the rabbit hole. There probably wasn't a rabbit hole there. They've concluded that there was a rabbit hole. So as a vet, if I hear a story that goes along the lines of they sustained an injury like the fictional rabbit hole and now he's really lame, and this just looks far too lame for a patient who's tripped over, I stubbed their toe on the edge of a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
These are the really big things, I think, that should make someone think this is not a normal, maybe arthritis case. This isn't just a normal limb pain. This is a more overt limb pain.
Yeah, definitely. And also in the acute flares as well, when you've got a dog that, they've been waxing and waning like we know arthritis does, but they wane and they carry on waning and they're still waning and they're not coming out of the waning.
I don't know which is waxing and which is waning. I know you can say waxing and waning, but I never know which is which. So I always leave them together.
I just chose one. 50-50,
in the chat if anybody knows the answer to that.
Yeah, if anybody knows whether it's wax or wane, is up or down.
Wax, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, if you've got a dog that has up until that point had that up and down nature, but they just seem to be, should we say, just down, they're just down, and they're not breaking out of it, then that is a real time to go back to the vet and have potentially further investigation.